Viewers, welcome back to Sahara TV. We are having our Inspire segment, and today on the show we have Angela Maina. She is the current Miss Africa New York. She was entered in the second annual, so she's going to tell us about herself, and hopefully at the end of the session you are going to be inspired. So hi Angela.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
All right, so we know that you are Miss Africa New York and you have been representing for almost a year now. Can you tell us how has it been?
Being Miss Africa New York has been a dream come true for me. I've always wanted to take part in a pageant, and being the first pageant that I did and actually won, it's been such a fun journey. I want to say an interesting journey also. I've had a couple challenges, but looking back, I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
All right, was it the first pageant that you ever participated in?
It was.
And you won?
Yes.
Wow, that's very interesting. So you've been on a couple of social platforms. Can you tell us about it since you became Miss Africa New York?
Well, I started working with Care for Kenya, which is an organization based here in New York. It's founded by one Canadian lady, where she went to Kenya, she fell in love with the children in Kenya and the women in Kenya, and she started this platform whereby they take designers every month from New York and they go to the slum areas in Kisumu, in Nairobi, and also teach the ladies how to sew and knit, and then they have all the stuff that they have made, they bring them to New York Fashion Week for the Nalcha Fashion Week in February.
Yeah.
And they sell all the products, and all the funds which they receive go back to those ladies so that they can feed their families and also stop the crime rate, which is in Kenya.
All right. And apart from Care for Kenya, which other one have you been on? I know about Talanta Awards. Can you tell us about that?
I got involved with Talanta Awards in 2007. It is a platform for the young people mostly. It just supports talent for young people anywhere in the world. So it just appreciates them by having an annual award ceremony, whereby they just give their awards to these young people who have inspired other young people to come out and actually use their talents for God.
All right.
So I'm very excited about that.
Wow. All right. And you have been nominated for this year's, right?
I was nominated for last year. As best role model.
Okay.
For the awards.
All right. Very interesting. So we know that you have also an educational platform where you travel to Kenya in December and you are able to go to your former primary school. Can you tell us about it, and really what does education mean to you, especially when it comes to Africa? Because education is the heart of Africa. We always want to educate our people. We always want to feel like they're more educated as we grow. So tell us about that.
Well, when I decided to do the Miss Africa New York pageant, I knew that education would definitely be my platform. I grew up in a family where education was everything, my family, most of them are teachers. So for school holidays, I would go to my cousins and be homeschooled on my weak subjects. So, and I did realize as I grew up that not many people have this opportunity. So when I did the platform, I decided to go to the schools where people have never heard of. I only went to one of my former schools, but all the other schools are schools many people don't even know about in the rural areas.
Yeah.
And I took also a couple of young people who are also doing it good in the country.
Right.
Some people who are musicians, others are in law school, medical school, just to teach these kids that, you don't have to look at where you're coming from, but all you need to have is to have your dream and be focused, because you can do it. Don't let anybody limit you. So it meant so much to me going back to those kids and telling them that you can do it, you can make it in life, in whatever area you want to do. Yeah.
All right. So I'm assuming that when you won and you knew that I wanted to do this, you had a couple of goals that you wanted to achieve. Can you tell me about the goals and how far you've been able to achieve those goals?
On education, on the platform, I wanted to be able to be an inspiration to those young people, because I've always wanted to do modeling since I was young, and I won the pageant when I was 23. So I just wanted to tell them that sometimes you may dream you may have a dream to achieve something, and it may take you so much time for you to achieve it. So an example, being my modeling dream, and it took me so long, but I never gave up on the dream. So some of the dreams that these young kids have, they have to really work on it and spend time in it, investing in it, and never to give up hope on their dreams. Just like school is a journey, and every single day comes with the challenges. So these kids need to have people around them, inspiring them, telling them that, you know what, take a day at a time, and as soon as today is done and you've reached your goal, that's a big plus. Face tomorrow, you know, and it takes years, as we all know. So if they don't have these people around them encouraging them, that's why we have like a high school drop rate, which is also a big issue right now in Africa.
True. So what does it take to be Miss Africa New York? Because I'm sure there are many people who are wondering, oh, well, I'm looking at her, I think I can make it. What does it take?
It takes a lot of passion and just the dream itself. Just the dream itself, because that dream is gonna push you. It's gonna keep pushing. So it has to come from within, because if you find it from outside you, like all those things, like once everything quiets down, then you won't have any motivation coming from you. So it has to be something that you really want to do, because it's going to give you the drive. And it entails so much. It's not only beauty, it entails so much, because you'll come across like so many different platforms, which, you know, you have to be also educated in a little bit to know about them.
All right. Okay, so I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, we as Africans, there's a way that people look at models, especially from Africa. People are coming to USA and they're feeling like, you know, there's something about a light-skinned person, and people are bleaching themselves, you know. But what is your view on that? I see you, you know, you're beautifully dark and you come from the continent and you are proud of it, I'm sure, and I'd be proud as well. But there are people who do not feel comfortable in their dark skin, and they feel that maybe to make it, I'd rather be light and go wherever. What do you feel about this?
I feel that beauty, it comes from within. So the first thing that, you know, we need to work on, and also like as, you know, as role models, to also teach our young ones that beauty comes from within. Because if you start loving yourself, then it's gonna show, it's gonna portray to, you know, everyone around you.
It's gonna reflect on them. True.
Like once you already appreciate who you are and where you're coming from, don't let the world limit you. Because like for myself, I'm short, I'm a size 8, but I got into the modeling world. Why? It's only because like I dreamt big, and you know, I just never limited myself by the world limits which are there.
So what you're telling them is you don't have to be 6 feet tall, you don't have to be all lean and all that. It comes from within.
Your dream, and have that self-motivation in you.
All right.
And you can achieve anything in the world.
Wow, they need to hear it, because you know, some people give up on their dreams. They look at themselves and they're like, well, I can't do it, I don't have all that. But it's good that you've told them that. So what's your plan for after Miss Africa New York? I know you told me it's in August, they're gonna have a new one. So really, what do you want to pursue after this?
After this, I'm still going to continue on with my platform, follow up with the schools that I went to, and hopefully in the near future be able to go back and also visit more schools, not only in Kenya, also in other countries in Africa. And about the modeling, I'm hoping for also more opportunities to open, because I love it, and I would definitely.
And have they been opening? What have you been able as Miss Africa New York? Because there are opportunities that came with this, of course. So can you just mention a few of those?
Well, immediately after I won, I got about 4 or 5 other pageants requested me to take part in, which I unfortunately had to turn down because I wanted to really focus and give Miss Africa New York. It was my very first one, and I wanted to give it 100%. So that's why I did that. But I'm very grateful even for, you know, those opportunities. They don't come every day.
True. Yeah.
And I've actually partnered also with Miss US Africa, which is held here in New York. And I took part in their pageant last year, and I'm hoping to be able to volunteer or support them in any way for the coming pageant.
Interesting. All right. You can see you know, you have big dreams, and we are hoping that you'll be able to achieve them. So for the people who are watching this and they know that, you know, I want to be inspired at the end of the Inspire segment, what is that word that you're going to give those people who are aspiring, maybe not even to make it in the modeling world, like you've said, because you've said a lot of inspiring stuff, and I'm thinking, wow, So I know that you'd have a word of encouragement for those upcoming models, but even the ones who don't think they can make it. So what's you got to tell them?
Follow your dream. That's the first thing. Follow your dream, because once you do something that you that is in you that nobody has told you to do, you always wake up early in the morning and be eager for the day, and you know, be able to like look at today and be like, you know, I really, you know, you get that encouragement from within. You don't have to hear someone else telling you, but just follow your dream. And the most important thing is put God first, because once you put God first in everything that you do, he just opens up ways for you. You just find favor all along your way. So follow your dream is a big thing, and also let God be first in everything that you do.
Wow. All right. Okay. So good having you on the show today, and we're really great to know more about it. And do you think, first of all, before I even wrap up this interview, I think you should also encourage most Africans who are here in New York, because it's Miss Africa New York, to participate. So yes, this round, sorry guys, Kenyans had it, but I think you should also, you know, tell these African people, because like every time a new Miss Africa comes up, last year I'm sure it was in Kenya, and this year hopefully it's gonna be another country. People get to know about it, they're interested and they want to know. True?
Yeah. Well, the one thing is that there's so much out there. There is so much out there. All we have to do, we're so lucky we have like internet, and it's fast. It's not like, you know, in Africa it might be slow and everything, but just do your research. There's so many pageants out there, and there's so many young people like who even come to me and they're like, how can I get involved? You know, just research it, just Google it, because that's exactly what I did when I found out about Miss Africa New York. So do your research, just Google. We have all the needed resources, and also represent your countries. Raise your country's flag here in New York, and just represent your countries. There's no greater feeling, you know, once you do represent yourself and also your country. It's such a big honor and such a big opportunity. All right.
Okay, so viewers, you've heard it from Angela. She spoke about her platform, her passion for modeling, and I'm sure you guys, you know, you can do it. Just try.